How to eat with chopsticks is one of the most asked questions beginning with how to on the internet. In this video, we'll learn how to eat with chopsticks the right way, in a simple manner, with exercises that will train your brain and muscles and teach you to eat with chopsticks once and for all. We're going to learn to eat with chopsticks with patience. First, we'll use coloured pens instead of actual chopsticks. We're not ready for them yet. Let's learn how to hold the bottom chopstick first. For this, we're going to use only 2 fingers. The pen will rest in the soft part of your hand, between your thumb and the rest of your hand. Then it'll be held by 2 of your fingers, your ring finger and your thumb, like so. The other 3 fingers, the index, the middle finger and the pinky, aren't doing anything. In fact, if you're able to, point them up like this and get them out of the equation. They won't be engaged in holding the bottom chopstick. So your palm, your thumb and your ring finger are creating a lever somewhat. While your palm and ring finger make an upwards pressure, your thumb is making a slight pressure in the opposite direction, clamping the chopstick. The chopstick must land on the side of your ring finger, on the distal phalanx. By the beginning of your fingernail, it can't be on the tip, or else you can't create a lever. It can't be above your joint, or you won't have space for the top chopstick. Let's practice movement with a piece of paper. Let's draw horizontal lines. With the bottom chopstick, the fingers don't move. What moves here is your wrist, not your fingers. Let's draw circles. You can also write your name. Remember, this is about the wrist, the fingers aren't moving. Pause the video if you want to practice some more. As you can see, the bottom chopstick isn't about precision, it's a stationary base. The precision comes with the top chopstick. Now, let's learn how to hold the top chopstick. Choose a pen of another colour. We'll be using 3 fingers here, the thumb, the index and the middle finger. The chopstick will land in the middle of the 3. It's like holding a pen or a pencil. The ring finger and the pinky are out of this equation. They have nothing to do with the top chopstick. The trick here is to use the tip of your thumb, the digit of your index, and the side of your middle finger. Like this. Holding the chopstick this way will allow you to move it up and down with a lot of precision. Let's practice with a piece of paper again. Now we're going to draw up and down lines. Unlike the bottom chopstick, you'll use your fingers to create the movement, not your wrist. Let's draw a circle again. Here you'll notice your hand can remain mostly stationary. What moves is your fingers. Write your name. You'll notice you have a lot more precision now. Let's combine the 2 chopsticks. Still using pens. Place the top chopstick in your hand first. Make sure you have a good range of movement. Now, let's add the bottom chopstick. The only finger actively touching both chopsticks is your thumb. Now, move the top chopstick. Notice how the bottom doesn't move. Let's practice again with a piece of paper. With the top chopstick, you'll make up and down lines, and with the bottom chopstick, you'll make a horizontal line. This is a great illustration of what happens when you pick up food with chopsticks. It's the top chopstick that creates the clinging motion. When it's down, it's picking up food. If you'd like to practice some more, pause the video. Now we're ready for the real thing. Let's pick up some real chopsticks. With the bottom chopstick, only about 15% of the end remains on the outer side of your thumb. With the top chopstick, about 25% remains on the outer side of your thumb. Not like this, or else you have no range of motion. And not like this, because you'll have less control. Remember, the middle finger is holding the top chopstick, not the bottom chopstick. A lot of tutorials teach you to hold the bottom chopstick with the middle finger. It will be much harder to learn to grip food that way, and once you do learn, it'll be harder to control the top chopstick. Let's try some food. Veggies. Make it easy for yourself and pick up slices by the flat face instead of the edges, like this. White rice. Use the chopsticks to scoop the rice as if they're a spoon. Spread them apart slightly, leaving a gap of about 1 or 2 centimeters or ½ inch, and dig into the rice at an angle. Asian rice is glutinous, and you'll be able to get a good chunk this way. Extra soft tofu. This is advanced level chopstick action. It is all about subtlety and nuance. Put enough force to grab the tofu, but not enough to break it. Grab the tofu by the flat sides, closer to the bottom of the cube than to the top, or else gravity will break it for you when you pull it from the plate. Put a gentle force into the chopsticks, testing for the breaking limit of the tofu, and slowly pull it from the plate. Voila! We hope this video has helped you improve your chopstick skills and enjoy your culinary adventures. As always, thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, you might also like one of the suggestions we've picked for you. Also, subscribe for more. We upload a new video every week discussing some of the most asked questions on and offline. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave it in the comments. It might become our next video. See you next time.